Deadpool and Wolverine is directed by Sean Levy and stars Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. The movie is set 6 years after the events in 2018's Deadpool 2 and follows a retired Deadpool living a normal life as Wade Wilson. That is until the Time Variance Authority, which you may know from the Disney Plus series Loki, is in charge of keeping all the various timelines in check, forcing him into a new mission. Deadpool's in trouble. He needs to find Wolverine to make things right among the timelines. But not just any Wolverine. And trust me when I say there are several Logans out there. We need our Logan starring Hugh Jackman from our timeline. This movie didn't have to happen. The character Wolverine had such a great ending in the Logan film, which showed Hugh Jackman displaying some of the best acting I've ever seen from him. This movie works though. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman show great chemistry. Their arguments and interactions were just hilarious. This is the best Marvel movie since Endgame. Many of Marvel's movies of late have been trash in my opinion. This cast and plot work for both Marvel and the audience, and I highly encourage you to check this movie out. I was going in there expecting it to be good because of Ryan Reynolds, because of Hugh Jackman, and I couldn't be more pleased with the results. I like how they used the Time Variance Authority. They needed a new story, right? They didn't have to have this script at all. They could have just left it alone and maybe made a Deadpool standalone movie, like a Deadpool 3. But they used the character Wolverine, who is, there will never be anybody else to play Wolverine, in my mind, other than Hugh Jackman. Just like Tony Stark will never, ever be able to be played by anybody else other than Robert Downey Jr. So if you go into this movie with an open mind, I think you'll be pleased. I think that it's a great movie for the family. Well, actually, I should say that this is Disney's first, I believe, rated R movie. And this is, I think, ranked 7th or 8th best opening for an R-rated movie. I think that's what I read this weekend. So actually, depending on what you let your kids watch, you might not want your kids to watch this. You don't go into the movie thinking that it's going to be PG-13. No, it's definitely an R-rated movie. And I have to mention, besides some of the dialogue between Deadpool and Wolverine, which are hilarious, you can imagine Deadpool getting on Wolverine's nerves. There are some surprise characters that I'm not going to spoil that you see in this movie. Which is great. You'll see some characters that you would not even think about, because you have to remember, Disney acquired Fox as well over the last several years. So there's not just the Marvel universe that Disney took over, or Star Wars, but now they have Fox, which is huge. Fox has their own superheroes as well. So keep an open mind. I think you'll love some of the guest stars in this movie, and all around this movie, it's not hard to comprehend. If you want an adventure, though, you want to escape the politics, the political climate that we're living in right now, because you guys know that our political climate is just consuming all the news. A lot of you all are affected by it, no matter where you lean at on the political spectrum. And this movie was just a great escape. I like Deadpool. I think Ryan Reynolds plays Deadpool very well, but I've always been a huge X-Men guy. I think that ever since Hugh Jackman started this role, I think it was either 99 or 2000 when he started playing Wolverine. I don't think there will be anybody who can do this role ever again. I mean, there'll be people that try to, but it just won't be the same. And so going into Deadpool and Wolverine, I would rate it, if I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give it I feel confident giving it a 7.4. Now remember, I rate movies, I'm very picky with movies, so I don't think I have anything that's quite a 10, but The Godfather's way up there for me in the 9s, and I have a personal bias in liking Back to the Future starring Michael J. Fox. For me, it's not the best movie of all time, but it has a lot of sentimental value to me, so I would even make that a 9 in my category. But if you're looking for a refreshing Marvel movie to get out of the house, Deadpool and Wolverine, I think, will deliver on all fronts. The cast is great. The dialogue between Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman is spot on. The CGI effects, of course, are always great. I don't think I could ever say anything bad about Marvel when it comes to their CGI effects. They've always been pretty awesome on that front. The surprise characters that you get to meet in this movie, I think you guys will think it was worth going to see just for that alone. And yeah, if you've watched Deadpool and Wolverine, let me know in the comments what you thought of this movie. I plan on doing more movie reviews. This is the movie I've been looking forward to for weeks. I happened to catch it at a great time. I needed an escape because of what's going on in my life, and I'm glad that I at least got to go see Deadpool and Wolverine. The soundtrack I mentioned it, I think, briefly. It's really good, too. There's a lot of funny dance interactions, of course, with Deadpool, which you were expecting anyway. I think this is definitely, like I said, the best Marvel movie since Endgame. Correct me if you think I'm wrong in the comments. I'm curious to know your thoughts. Deadpool and Wolverine, check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And major props real quick to Sean Levy. I think he did great in this film. I think there was a rumor, and I could be wrong, that he's supposed to maybe do another Avengers movie. I don't know how true that is, but that would be interesting. After watching Endgame, I don't want to see another cast. I don't want to see another Tony Stark. I don't want to, I'm more excited about the X-Men 97 series on Disney Plus, which I thought was great. Disney did that great. Some of Disney's acquiring of Marvel, I think, has been a disaster. Same with Disney's taking over of Star Wars. I think it's been pretty bad as well. But let me know in the comments what you thought of Deadpool and Wolverine. I would give it a 7.4 on a scale of 1 to 10. Let me know in the comments what you thought, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Check this movie out. I don't think you'll be disappointed.